A denial of service attack, or DOS attack, is an attempt to prevent legitimate users from using a system. The attacker sends excessive messages asking the victim to authenticate requests that have a spoofed IP address. The victim isn't able to find the attacker's return address, causing the server to wait. Eventually, the victim gives up and closes the connection. The attacker sends more authentication messages and starts the process over and over, keeping the victim busy. Just a reminder here, attacking computers is illegal, and you can go to jail for doing it. Make sure you have written permission before doing anything related to launching a DOS attack. To start, we're going to use ettercap to do a DOS attack. Before we begin, let's look at a couple of things on the victim machine. I'm going to want to know if my DOS attack is actually working. I'm going to verify that by running Wireshark. Let's start capturing traffic. I also have Task Manager open to view the performance on this victim machine. First, here in Task Manager, you see that not much is going on with the performance. Everything is quiet and calm. Now, let's go to my Kali Linux system. I'm on Kali Linux, and I'll come up here, navigate to Sniffing and Spoofing, and go up to ettercap. Once it's open, I'll go to Sniff and select Unified Sniffing. I'll leave the network interface set to ETH0 and click OK. Now, I'll go up to Plugins and select Manage the Plugins. I'm presented with a list of plugins. I want to find this one, DOS_attack. I'll select that. And when I do, I'm asked to provide the victim IP address, so I'll type in 10.10.10.195 and click OK. It wants an unused IP. This will be the spoofed IP address, so I'll put in 10.10.10.50. This IP isn't used on my network, so that'll work. Down here, you can see that the attack has started from the fake host. It's attacking ports 445, 135, and 139. So, is it working? Well, let's go visit our victim machine and see how it's doing. I'm on the victim machine, a Windows 10 system. First, let's look at Wireshark. I see lots of traffic from 10.10.10.50 as a source going to the destination of 10.10.10.195. I have an assortment of traffic, lots of SYN and ACK packets. Remember that the source IP is spoofed. Now let's look at Task Manager. A few minutes ago, everything was quiet. Now we see some action. You can see that my CPU was maxed out a few seconds ago. The Ethernet was maxed out too. But now it's calming down a bit. Perhaps my attack stopped. Remember, this is just a single attack, or a DOS attack. So what's the difference between a DOS attack and a DDoS attack? Well, the DOS uses a single machine, and a DDoS uses multiple machines. How about we go to another machine, start another attack, and see what happens to our victim? That should be fun and interesting. I'm on a Windows system now. We know how to use ettercap to do a DOS attack. We could install it on another machine and repeat the exact same process to make this a DDoS attack. But that would be boring and we wouldn't learn any new skills. So instead, we'll use another program called Low Orbit Ion Cannon, or LOIC for short. LOIC is an open source network stress testing and denial of service attack application. It was initially developed as a proprietary program, but it was later released into the public domain as open source. Most antivirus programs recognize it as malicious software, so be aware of that. I've already downloaded the zip file and extracted it to this folder here. I'll click on the executable and launch the program. It doesn't install, it just runs locally. Up here, I can choose to attack a URL. Down here, I can attack an IP. I'll put in my victim's IP, 10.10.10.195. I'll click Lock On to lock in that IP address. Down here, I can actually insert a TCP UDP message. This is something that would be visible to someone examining the packets on the victim machine. I happen to know that my victim is a huge Cardinals fan, so I want to send him a message that says, "Go Cubs, go." I'm sure he'll love that. Over here, I have this slider for speed. I can go way over here for fast, or leave it at slow. I'll just put it in the middle somewhere. I'm going to change this to port 135 since I know that port is open on the victim. I think my other attack from the Kali system has stopped, so I'll go restart it really quickly. Okay, the other attack is going, so we're good there. Now I'll come up here and click on this button, "I'm a-chargin' my laser," to start the attack. Down here, you can see it's running. Since we're already attacking from the Kali machine and now this Windows machine, we're essentially performing a DDoS attack on the victim. Let's jump over and see how he's doing. Okay, we're on our victim machine. First, let's look at Wireshark. Here you can see the packets from the two attacking machines along with the victim machine going back and forth. I'll stop the capture so I can see this better. Here's my spoofed IP ending in .50. In red, you can see my attack going on from my attacker to the victim. In the lower pane, I can see my TCP message, "Go Cubs Go." In Task Manager, we see a spike in CPU and Ethernet usage like before. Alright, that's it for our DOS and our DDoS attacks. It was on a small scale, but it worked. In this demo, we started by explaining a DOS attack. Then we used EtherCap to perform a DOS attack on a victim. We used the Low Orbit Ion Cannon program from a Windows machine to create another attack, resulting in a DDoS attack. After each attack, we viewed Wireshark and Task Manager to analyze the results.